thighs. No, I don't see his thighs. I see his legs, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Me too.
there's a guy in shorts over
even
there.
around naked in the house.
Oh, look, there's a bed. Okay, do you see that on a woman?
Yeah, that's
a
true.
woman
That's true.
like that.
Okay.
Right.
Good timing. Good luck on your part there.
It was good timing.
But
It's actually a friend of mine.
by far and large, if I go for an office job interview in London, if I go in shorts, am I going to get that job? For an office job interview, be fair.
Do formal dress, men's formal dress.
Well, we're becoming...
Exactly. I appreciate your fairness.
So there's two sides.
If I went for an office job interview in shorts,
Oh, no, you wouldn't get the job.
I won't get the job.
Neither would a woman.
But if my sister goes in a skirt showing her legs, that's socially acceptable, isn't it?
It depends on how short it is.
Okay.
If you went to an office job...
Below the
If you went to an office
knee.
job with a dress up here, with a miniskirt...
No, you know what I'm talking about. I'm comparing the same. I'm not comparing two different things. I'm saying if I were, let's say, right below the knees shorts, and my wife, sister, daughter goes in right below the knee dress, right? Which one of them is socially acceptable, one of them is not. Isn't that true?
That's true.
So the man is forced, at least in that office environment, at least in that office environment, the man is forced to cover up more than. Correct or not?
He probably is forced to cover.
What if I took a pair of
Point you're
scissors?
making.
What if I took? You know the point that I'm making. That Islam turns this system of yours upside down. That's what it does. It takes your system, turns it upside down. If I took,
surely the point is consent. I'm talking about consent. I'm not talking about being forced.
yeah, but you're forced because I have to close up this button. I have to wear the tie if I want to get that job. But the woman next to me doesn't have to do that. In fact,
there's no religious
she gets
reason.
brownie points for having dressed down.
There's no religious reason for that.
It doesn't have to be a religious
no
reason.
religion here.
Because you don't have a religion for us to compare to, so I'm comparing to your secular system. Isn't that fair?
There are different ways of dressing. Some of them are regarded as acceptable. Men have an acceptable way of dressing. Women have an acceptable way of dressing.
And why is that? Why is the exposure of legs and chest allowed for the women in the office environment and not for the men? I would like to know.
Okay, so
I think you
I have a theory on it. I'd love to hear
you
your
have a
theory.
valid point. It's not. There are some nuances. It depends upon what you do for a living. So it's not like it's all encompassing that men need to cover up. There's like you said, there's a bit of a custom or formal tradition that if you're a banker or something and you wear a coat and tie, then you look a certain way for the role. But if you're a construction worker or something, you might have your shirt off, you're wearing shorts.
Go to Australia and watch construction
It's not
workers.
about covering up. It's about the dress.
It
required
depends on the
far and large.
Go to Australia and look at construction
So
workers.
you're right. And
By
not-
far and
wearing
large,
a
that
skimpy pair of
guy will
shorts,
have
no
his full
shirt.
shirt on by the time it's 7 p.m. Because once it goes down
so
to
now we're
13
talking about
degrees,
timing.
even your friend is going to
now
have full
timing
shirt
is a
on.
problem.
So if I took a pair of scissors and I cut a hole here for an office job interview, again, will I get that job? No. So the point is, by far and large,
very minor differences.
by far and large, men cover up more than the women cover up in the West.
Really?
By far and
I thought
large.
we just went through a whole
Absolutely.
load of examples of bare-chested men in shorts and so on.
Yeah,
We're talking about job interviews.
two men.
We're talking about job interviews.
Two men. Generally, there's more women wearing shorts than men.
Yeah.
So why is that? I'm trying to understand.
Why is what?
We don't want to see a men's body. Thank you. So, but Muslims didn't make up that rule.
That's what I would say.
But Muslims didn't make up that rule. By far and large, it's women's bodies and it's women's sexuality that is exploited to sell cars and soap and Coca-Cola. They won't use your legs to
I
sell
want to say one
cars.
thing
Where is
about
this getting?
I want to say that there's two things I would say. Number one, I don't really want to show my body. Number two, you guys probably don't want to see my body. Now let me make my next point. There are a lot of women who do like to show their body. For a lot of women, they like to be sexy. They like to be looked at. They look good, and they want people to look at them and say, "Wow, that woman's beautiful."
Okay.
All right.
All
And the men will say, "That woman looks beautiful. It's great to have her in the room."
No, that's all right. I'm done.
So there's a bit of the difference in that the woman wants to do it and other people want to see it. I don't want to do it. and you
If
probably don't
women
wanna
want to
see it.
walk
There's a little
topless
bit
like
of a
your
difference.
friend, I don't know. Is that allowed in England? Can women
know?
walk topless in England?
Why don't you know? You must.
Every time I ask you a question, you say, "What are you talking about?" I'm asking
So
you.
why don't you know? Do you live?
No, I don't
where
live here.
you
I don't
live?
live here. No, I don't live
Where
here.
do you live?
Canada.
You live in Canada.
Yeah.
So it must be very similar. What happens
I
when
don't
a
know if
woman
it's
in
similar.
Canada
I don't
walks
know if it's
around?
similar.
Excuse me. What happens when a woman in Canada walks around topless? Is she
In
gonna
Canada,
be
she can do that. Canada, she can do that. So can you do that in England? I'm
in
asking
certain
you.
parts of the country, you can walk around naked. If you go down to, you know where Brighton is?
Yes.
Okay, you go down there, you can walk around naked. You know where Studland Beach is?
No, but I'm asking you a
Walk
simple
around
question.
naked.
I'm asking you a simple question. At Hyde Park, I don't know. Can a woman walk topless at Hyde Park?
I think if she did it discreetly, if she was on the lawn over there,
Not
and she was
discreetly,
topless.
if she walked through here like your friend walked through here.
Why are all the you've got different rules for somewhere that's 10 meters away? Why are there rules every 10? What you're saying is there's a different rule every 10 meters.
No, you're saying there's a different rule if she's discreet over there. I'm saying, why does she have to be discreet? I'm asking you. I'm saying that she walked through here topless.
It would be against
I
the
suspect
law.
you're not answering the question because perhaps she's not allowed, but I don't know.
She's not allowed.
allowed.
It would be against the law.
But they wouldn't arrest her.
But if a woman did walk, I wouldn't feel offended.
Yes.
But perhaps you would.
Yeah, that's your subjective
I think we're all trying to
feeling.
say. Well, we're
So
all
that
trying-
would
hang on a second,
prove
what
that
we're all
in
trying to
Britain
say-
women are forced to cover up more than men.
I think
If
what
that's
we're
the
trying to
case.
say is
Or not. What did you say?
If that is the case, what he said, that the woman is not allowed to walk topless through Hyde Park, then that would mean that under British law, women are forced to cover up more than men. Which comes back to my original point, that the difference between us is that of threshold. Not of the basic concepts, but of threshold.
So are you arguing for the fact that women covering up in certain countries completely covered up? Are you saying that's okay?
I'm saying the threshold is different. Yeah, the threshold is
Saying
different.
it's
That's
okay.
all it is.
You're saying if a woman in Afghanistan...
Just like you're saying, by your silence, you're implicitly saying that it's okay for women to be forced to cover up their chests.
They're not forced to cover up. They're not forced to cover up. They're just...
But you're not answering the question. What is the law? Are they allowed to walk topless or not? Why don't you answer that question?
What difference does that make?
Okay, thanks. That's fine. Take care. I think we've exhausted the conversation.